everyone. I request all the participants to kindly mute your mic, please. On behalf of Mark Institute of Design and Architecture, Swarnabhumi, we're happy to welcome you all for today's webinar series focusing on livable cities, city science for the future by Professor Senthil from Midas. Now I request our beloved principal, Midas, Professor Shashank Chakradev, to deliver the welcome address. Thank you. Over to Principal, sir.
Thank you, Hemlata. Good afternoon, students. Good afternoon, all the participants, and good afternoon, the faculty of Midas. I welcome you all for this 14th webinar conducted by Midas for the benefit of the students and the practicing architects and the faculty of all other colleges. Today we have a very interesting topic, topic of much concern in today's scenario, when especially the entire world is under the effect of corona and no one is going outside and no one is able to move around the cities. So the topic related to that cities basically is livable cities. So let us hear from Professor Senthil about livable cities and how the livability of the cities can be improved and enhanced with the use of new technology. So I welcome Professor Senthil to deliver the presentation to the audience. Thank you.
Thank you. Before Senthil sir, now I request Akila ma'am to give a guest introduction. Over to Akila ma'am.
Thank you, Nindra ma'am. I am indeed happy in introducing our own faculty, Professor Senthil for today's webinar. Professor Senthil graduated from University of Madras in the year 2003 and completed his masters from Hindustan University. Currently, he is pursuing his research from Anna University in urban design stream. Professor Senthil has 17 years experience as an academician, practicing architect and research scholar, focusing equally on teaching, practice and research at the same time. Urban design being his own core interest, he has conducted many workshops on urban design at Midas. Professor Senthil published many research papers including Ecospaces in Urban Ecology and Resilience, UN Habitat Program conducted by RD Foundations and Anna University, Chennai, Eco Designs for the City in Second National Vernacular Conference conducted by Midas. Analyzing the influence of ecological aspects in urban spaces for sustainable development, a case study of Chennai at International Conference conducted by NICMA, Pune. His online talk series on urban design started with a webinar on eco design for cities and suburbs at Dr. MGR University. Thank you, sir, for joining us today. Without any further delay, we would like to start the session with you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Akila, for the introduction. And I personally thank Professor Shashank Chakradev, sir, for giving me this opportunity. Let me share the screen and I will continue my presentation. I hope the screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Very good afternoon to all, and thank you for joining my session on livable cities, the city science for the future, a new insight into data-driven approach. Let me start briefing my topic. So, why do we need to understand city science? The world is experiencing a period of extreme urbanization. In the future, the cities will account for nearly 90% of global population growth and 80% of wealth creation and 60% of total energy consumption. It is our need to improve our understanding of cities through the availability of new strategies for city-scale interventions enabled by emerging technologies. Leveraging advances in data analysis and sensor technologies and urban experiments, city science will provide new insights into creating a data-driven approach to urban design and urban planning. To build the cities that the world needs, we need a scientific understanding of cities that considers our built environment and the people who inhabit them. Our future cities will desperately need such understandings. So now, after getting the required data about the city, our next step is to ensure the livabilities in the city. So, the city concepts over the past 20 years were future cities and smart cities. But what actually needed is the best of the both, the livable cities. The livable cities are environment friendly and people friendly designs. It is an approach to design with the city science data to ensure the livability. It is about integrating the planning, urban design, and conservation of natural systems to produce sustainable built and the natural environment. So, applying these principles in urban planning and designing transforms the urban development into a desirable, lower carbon, and livable communities. Livable city. It respects the living planet. It uses earth resources wisely and meets current needs without compromising the well-being of future generations, like our sustainable cities. So livable cities works to create a great streets and complete neighborhoods where walking, bicycling, and transit are the best choices for the most trips. And the public spaces are beautiful, well designed, and well maintained. And housing is more plentiful and more affordable. So how will this all happen? It is possible only when you understand the city before planning for it. So our today's presentation content will be, it starts with the livability parameters, and then how do we measure livability, then what makes a city more livable, and how to achieve livability. So the first four contents will be explaining about the livability and livability measures. The remaining contents will covering the digital solutions. So digital solutions and data for livabilities, big data, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, its role in urban designs, and technology and the cities. Then finally, city science data analysis. So these are the 7 essential livability parameters: housing, neighborhood, transportation, environment, health, engagement, and opportunities. Talking about housing, home is where the heart is, and the same holds true for the livability index. Housing is a central component of livability. Great communities provides housing opportunities for people of all ages, incomes, and allowing everyone to live in a quality neighborhood. The housing focus on affordability and the access. And talking about neighborhood, what makes a neighborhood truly livable? The two important aspects are the access and the convenience. The compact neighborhoods make it easier for the residents to reach jobs, the nearby parks and places to buy healthy foods, and walkable neighborhoods for shops, restaurants, and movie theaters makes the local life interesting. And additionally, neighborhood with access to distant destinations via the transits or automobile help residents connect to the jobs, healthcare, and services. Here in uh, here in neighborhood, the livability is focused on access to life, work, and play. And about the transportation, so how easily and safely we are able to get from one place to another has a major effect on our quality of life. Livable communities provides the residents with the transportation options that connect people to social activities, economic opportunities, and medical care, and offer convenient, healthy, accessible, and low-cost alternatives to driving. Here, transportation is focused on safe and convenient options. Environment, clean air and water. The good communities maintains a clean environment and endorse policies to improve and protect the environment for generations to come. The livability index looks at air and water quality. It measures communities' actions to create a resilience plans to prepare for emergencies and natural disasters. And it protects consumers from having their utilities cut off during extreme weather conditions. And about health, prevention, access, and quality are the main concern for the health. Community conditions influences the healthy behaviors. Healthy communities have comprehensive smoke-free air laws and offers easy access to exercise opportunities and have a high quality healthcare available. Health is deeply related to the quality of life. For example, access to healthy foods, jobs and educations, number of walk trips, it lowers the speed limits and social engagement measures and air and water pollution are all related to health. And about engagement. Engagement focuses on civil and social involvement. A livable community fosters interaction among the residents, from social engagement to civic action. It helps lessen social isolation and strengthen the greater community. Still, the researchers explores and examines the different ways in which the residents engage with and support their communities and how they impact livability as a whole. Opportunity. Opportunity focuses on inclusion and the possibilities in a society. The degree to which a community embraces diversity and offers opportunity to residents of all ages, and it's important for the overall livability. Backed by a strong regional economy and a healthy local governments, a good community provides residents an equal chance to earn a living wage and improve their well-being from jobs to the education. And livability is generally measured by the factors that provides the quality of life. It is measured on the basis of two factors, objective factors and subjective factors. So objective factors are measurable factors. They are climate, infrastructure, safety and stability, and environmental qualities. So these factors can be measured with the help of sensors, Internet of Things, big data, and through urban design softwares. And subjective factors are personal and emotional factors. Personal likes and dislikes, feeling of connection to friends, tradition and spiritual connections. These factors are measured through the mobile apps, through the crowdsourced data. What makes a city more livable? Livability. It is a sum of factors that adds up a community's quality of life. It includes the built and natural environments, economic prosperity, social stability and social equity, educational opportunities, and cultural, entertainment, and recreational possibilities. So now, how do you achieve livability in a city? So livability and livable places are defined as how the local people are willing to work to make their community a better place. A community must define for itself what livability means. Each community has their own livability measures. Place makes a significant difference. True, right? You can see the difference. You can see the different street characters in these images. These are taken from the first one from China, second one Vietnam, third one London streets, the fourth one from US, and the final one it's Mumbai. So people's love of place and sense of place leads to desire to fight for enhancing their own place. Place is also unique. Every community, large or small, has a distinctive character resulting from its own history, natural and man-made physical elements, and combination of public and private institutions both creates and constrains opportunities for expanding and maintaining the quality of life. Design, planning, and architecture are the essential tools for achieving a more livable spaces. It can create a momentum which brings a hope and shows the changes are coming. The role of technology in creating a livable city. As urbanization, industrialization, and consumption grows, environmental pressures are multiplying. Applications such as building automation systems, dynamic electric pricing, and some mobility applications could combine to cut emissions by 10 to 15%. By doing so, the cities can deliver a cleaner and more sustainable environments. Digital solutions for a more livable futures. As cities get smarter, they are becoming more livable and more responsive. And today, we are seeing only a preview of what technology could eventually do in the urban environment. Recently, city leaders thought of smart technologies as a primary tool for becoming more efficient behind the scenes. Now, the technology is being injected more directly into the lives of residents. Smartphones have become the keys to the city, putting instant information about the transit, traffic, health services, safety alerts, and community news into the millions of hands. Data for cities' livability. The more comprehensive real-time data gives the agencies the ability to watch events as they unfold and understands how demand the patterns are changing and responds with faster and lower cost solutions. Smart cities puts data and digital technology to work to make better decisions and improve our quality of life. The three layers of getting data from the cities. First is the technology base, which includes a critical mass of smartphones and sensors connected by a high-speed communication network. And the second layer consists of specific applications, translating these raw data into alerts, and this is where the technology providers and app developers are in contact. The third layer is usage by cities, companies, and the public. Many applications succeed only if they are widely adopted and manage to change the behavior. They encourage people to use transit during off hours, to change the routes, to use less energy and water. And about the big data. So big data, it is a growing source for evidence-based high-quality decisions by analyzing the existing situations or the past situations. The big data computing extremely large data sets that may analyze using computers to reveal the patterns, trends, and associations, especially related to human behaviors and interactions. The big data informed urban design and governance transcends the retrospective view by integrating advanced data analytics into the urban design and the planning processes. The big data develops a framework to support urban planning, urban design, and urban management with a 5-stream networks: urban governance, cognitive design computing, urban complexity, citizen design science, and evidence-informed urban design. So, urban governance. It refers to how the government and the stakeholders decided how to plan and finance the urban areas. And cognitive design computing is CODEC. It aims to develop and implement a computational design for integrated urban design and adaptive digital master planning. And urban complexity, it is defined in terms of urban perception, the way we are looking at the urban centers. This definition is based on the concept of maximum rate of usable informations. And citizen design science, it is a combination of both concepts for urban systems. It adds a combination of human observation, cognition, experience, and local knowledge into a scientific framework that improves the planning, design management, and transformation of building and cities. And evidence-informed urban designers, it processes workstream support in making urban public spaces to be used and appreciated, informed by the people. While informations derived from big data will make the urban planners and designers more informed and aware, and it will also strengthen the role of design as an activity that sets goals beyond the past evidence in the future. Big data informed urban design and governance will fundamentally improve the understanding and utilization of urban data. It will support the formalization of expert knowledge for the design and decision-making processes. The key takeaways from big data. Big data becomes more powerful when it is voluntarily shared by the citizens. Through the use of online design tools, it is now possible to mobilize quality in both large and small cities. In addition to pollution indication, the measurement of fossil fuel particles can also be determined. The authorities were alerted to control forest fire before it goes out of the control. Air quality sensors. Air quality sensors. They can identify the sources and provide the basis for further actions. Sharing real-time air quality information with the public via smartphone apps enables individuals to take protective measures. This can reduce negative health effects by 3 to 50% depending on the current pollution level. SMAQ, the system for monitoring the air quality in urban setting, created with the aim of improving the air qualities in a city. This allows administrators to make a concrete decisions in a short-term and a long-term future plan. Citizens can also access the information of air quality data through the mobile applications or through the websites. This will allow them to choose a healthy parks or a play area and a bike paths. Urban Clouds SMAQ, Spatial Mapping Air Quality Unit, is a battery-powered sensor unit measuring various pollutants. This has a GSM and GPRS modem sending data to the cloud storage platform provided by the Urban Clouds. This cloud storage platform allows the recorded pollutant data to be read by the customer systems for further analysis or ingestion into machine learning based applications. Big data helps in reducing pollutions and emissions. Smart cities have high-tech sensors fitted in the roads. They help in determining the proportionate measures of total emission and total traffic of the day. A central unit checks these data. Necessary measures are taken in coordination with the traffic police to bring down the carbon emission level in that particular area. Big data will enhance the life of residents. AI and big data are being used to add sensors to every public places in the city. For example, the experts are planning to install advanced sensors in the streets, parks, so that the instant actions can be taken in case of casualties. Traffic system management and parking issues. Traffic systems based in AI offers cities the power to improve the monitoring and data analysis of transit routes, traffic light controls, and camera trackings. Video systems allows the recognition of different transport modes, accident identification, and the distinction between vehicles and the pedestrians. Using that data to activate traffic flow control devices and analyzes the strategies for the future. Sensors attached to the cars guide the vehicle to the parking lots, lying in close proximity of the area. This further reduces traffic problem and also combats the carbon emissions. Alternatively, parking problems can be well managed through smart application development services. Building a greener environment. Artificial intelligence has helped us to save energy and resources by contributing to a healthier ecosystem. Cities are working on developing a program that uses a wireless network which uses less power and energy. With the smart apps, the batteries of our handsets will last longer and needs less charging. Automated system throughout the city. IoT, Internet of Things, is helping the professionals to build a smart energy grid which is capable of measuring the number of people present in a particular area at a specific time. The automatic adjustment of the street light is yet another smart feature that will take the concept of a smart city to the new level. All this and much more is possible only when this mobile big data and artificial intelligence. Optimization of garbage collection and recycling. The collection and sorting of waste products, AI can act in order to optimize the selective collection and reduces the risk of injuries to the employees and increases the recycling potential of the cities. Cameras used both in dumps and in the recycling process to identify the different materials and separate them for recycling. Smart garbage collections. Experts are working to use big data for high-tech garbage treatments. The garbage containers will come with a chip card that will be used for disposing of garbage. The experts are working with the architects and city planners on the advanced concepts of disposing of garbage. Garbage disposal units installed in each house will include an automatic system that will suck all the trash. It will be disposed of in an eco-friendly way. Even mobile app could be used to enhance this whole process. How cities are growing with the help of technologies. Around 50% of world population now lives in bigger cities. Broadband and cheaply connected devices around the world seems to be paving the way for the Internet of Things and sharing billions of sensors and cameras. The more these connections have been used, the bigger we will get. Affordable computing and big data have led to the increase in artificial intelligence. AI is a code that learns how to support various daily life activities. Drones, robots, and other autonomous vehicles are all the tools used in AI along with the supporting software applications. How big data and AI produces the smart applications. We started producing more and more data by connecting more devices, machines to the internet and streaming large amount of data from those devices. With more language and image inputs into our devices, computer speech and image recognitions are improved. Likewise, machine learning had much more information to learn from. All of these advancements brought AI closer to its original goal of creating intelligent machines, which we are starting to see more and more in our everyday life. From recommendation on our favorite retail sites to auto-generated photo tags on our social medias, many common online conveniences are powered by artificial intelligence. Other AI applications are used for disease diagnosing in the healthcare fields, facial recognition for the safety of the public, process control in the manufacturing hubs, and the retail online. City science. It will enable improved perceptions, better predictions, superior risk management, and enhanced decision making with the help of data collected or analyzed through AI, big data, and Internet of Things. The city science data helps to create the place where people live and work in addition to the mobility systems that connect them in order to meet the profound challenges of the future. City science data in transportation planning. It provides a range of transport planning services based on multimodal movement analysis tools. It delivers appraisals, transport assessments, and travel plans provided with enhanced evidences through the modern data. It elevates the sustainable approaches to the traditional highways, statistically evaluating system inefficiencies and identifying the clear roadmaps to reduce the congestions. How city science can help in transportation planning. In-depth transport planning expertise covering the large-scale projects, provision of high-quality transport and highway planning throughout all the stages in the planning processes, innovative analytical and visualization tools for the sustainable mode of transport, and multimodal insights and modeling techniques, optimization tools to prioritize the actions and maximize the positive impacts, and integration with highly efficient and effective data acquisition and analysis techniques, and engaging visualization and communication techniques to deliver high value insights to citizens and stakeholders, and effective and efficient transport planning workflow powered through the modern software. This travel path analysis or catchment analysis helps to study the relationship in a neighborhood network. The map shows the 30 minutes walking, cycling, and driving from catchment area to the city center. Okay. The bus route map shows 1 kilometer catchment around each bus stop. This map uses routes and bus stop data available from OpenStreetMaps. Bus route maps helps to check the performance analysis in the catchment areas. Active and travel analysis, walking and cycling. A comprehensive review of existing policies and transport strategies evaluated the baseline mode share, undertook the detailed network and accessibility analysis, assessed the potential of modal shift, and then suggested a series of interventions to improve the cycling and walking networks. And this map shows the mesh density for cycling and walking infrastructure with a population density. This one and this one shows the existing cycling network analysis. It identifies the 29 potential high-value cycling interventions aimed at improving the connectivity within the city and to bring additional context such as accident data and ensure the delivery of high-quality evidence base that will be used for the future decision making. With the help of city science data, you can get the answer for the burning questions. How often and how badly are specific road segments affected in the network? Or what routes are most problematic and how bad does it often get? And what is the impact of an incident and how should we prepare a rerouting strategy? Which resilience improvement should be prioritized from a range of policy objectives? These questions can be answered through city science data in a transportation plan. Applications of mobile data for a city science. Study was conducted to analyze transport modal choice and pattern in a greater Exeter region in order to identify the opportunities for modal shift and targeted sustainable transport provision, which could reduce congestion and improve air quality in the region with the help of mobile data. The data was acquired from a mobile phone operator for comparing the data against related data sets, such as the census travel to work, survey data, and other spatial data. City Science then completed a detailed analysis in order to identify the relevant travel patterns. Energy efficiency intelligence. How city science can help for the benefits of energy efficiency. It reduces the cost and improves the sustainability. It reduces the energy use. It monitors and minimizes the carbon access in your supply chain. And it improves occupant comfort within the building. And it aggregates and transforms data into variable intelligence. And it applies machine learning and artificial intelligence to extract new insights from the energy data. Smart living. Bringing smart living to your city. With the help of technologies like artificial intelligence, big data, and Internet of Things, we can understand city science data-driven approach to urban design planning. Considering the following parameters will help us to live smart living in the cities. Enhancing cities transportation, building smarter public works and infrastructure, optimizing the public health and social services, improving public safety and justice, and upgrading the skills of residents and city employees. The way forward. Technology brings a contradictory future to our cities. On the hand, tech optimists sees technology like autonomous vehicles, mobile healthcare, and robot freeing us from computing and waiting in doctors' offices and making our cities better and more inclusive and sustainable places. On the other hand, techno-pessimists sees a dystopian future where AI and robots take away jobs and we live in a state of perpetual surveillance. Out of sight is out of mind. Knowing more about data science delivers the healthier, happier, and livable cities. With this, I'm ending my session and I will show you some related softwares. Though we have many more analytics softwares, these are commonly used softwares for the data analysis. So the first one is City Engine, advanced in 3D modeling software for creating a huge interactive and immersive urban environments in less time than the traditional modeling techniques. And Space Syntax, it provides creative expertise in data-driven architecture and urban planning, combining global design experiences with powerful technology for the analysis of spatial configurations. CAD Mapper, it transforms data from public sources such as OpenStreetMaps, NASA, and USGS into a neatly organized CAD files, Rhino, or SketchUps for the modeling analysis. Thank you.
Thank you, Architect Professor Senthil sir, for introducing us into a new perspective on urban design and making us understand about artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning clearly. On whole, it was a thought-provoking section for all the participants. Now I think we can hear it from the participant. If the participant have any question, you can use raise your hand option available at the bottom of your screen. Then you can call out your name. At the time, you can unmute yourself and ask a question, or you can also post it in a chat box if you have any questions. Yes. There is a question from participant, Ms. Meenakshi Pappu. You can unmute yourself and ask your question, ma'am.
It was really very compacted and very well explained presentation. Thank you, Professor. And I was there are different software that you have.
Excuse me, ma'am, you are not audible.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I actually thank you for your compacted and very crisp, clear presentation, sir. It was really informative, and really I'm happy that you have actually made us go through different types of softwares that are available right now, which actually makes our research more productive, and instead of going for hypothetical conditions, I think we can make more realistic models henceforth. Thank you for that. I just have a small query. In the beginning of your presentation, you have showed us two different types of graphs, which actually one was actually more of stimulation oriented, and one was mostly focusing on psychological parameter. Is there a bridge where we could bring in a software bridge where we could get down the gap of psychological behavior of human being with the software integration? Is there any software which actually can do that for us?
For the psychological understanding of the people, we generally use the apps to get the data. The crowdsourced app only we use to get the data. So the beginning of the slide I showed were livability parameters. Those parameter data can be collected through the mobile apps or Google form kind of things.
Okay. So is there
there
any
is
way
no separate software. You can have your own app, or you can customize the question and answers.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
In a comment box, there is a question, sir, from Manju ma'am. Big data will collect info about the users, where they travel. Do you think it will affect our privacy?
In this modern world, everywhere our data are shared. Like in your Aadhaar card itself, you started sharing all your data. That itself ends your life almost. So big data will be helpful for identifying the infrastructures and other purposes. It will be helpful only. Definitely, it will affect your privacy. No doubt on that.
Talking about Uber systems, Uber tracking systems. If I'm not using Uber, I'm using Ola. They may able to find out those things also, right?
Yes, exactly. It will take some time. Uber has started, so very soon Ola will also. Ola and FastTag will also do that.
Principal sir has commented that was a nice compact informative session.
Thank you.
Yeah, my question is, how do you differentiate between the smart city and a livable city? Are there major differences, or both of them have common objectives?
So the smart cities are focused towards technology. It is technology oriented. So it talks about the sensors, machine learning and everything. Whereas in livable cities, we are more concerned towards people interest. It is a people friendly design. So earlier we will be talking about future cities, smart cities, sustainable cities, resilient cities, even capacities also, right? So it is good to have a livable cities. The people participation is more important comparing to other type of cities. So each city has its own thrust area. It is focused on that particular area. Like eco cities will be focusing on eco design, and sustainable cities, the sustainable parameters will be in focus. So So the livable city is the one which covers everything, all the best parameter, all the best things from all the cities, like future, sustainable, and everything. It includes everything.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Tamilvanan, he has raised his hand before. Sir? Mr. Tamilvanan? Okay, is there any question from the participant?
Which is one more question? Which is the most livable city on the earth?
Melbourne, in Australia. Australia, Melbourne.
Okay.
Melbourne is the most livable city, and the least is Bangladesh, Dhaka. So the infrastructures in Bangladesh is very poor. Housing and other things are very poor in Bangladesh. Melbourne is the one which has balance in both built and natural environment.
Yes, Mr. Tamil. Yes, Mr. Tamilvanan, you can unmute yourself and ask your question, sir.
And
Mr. Tamil, yes, ma'am.
hello.
Mr. Tamilvanan? Okay, is there any other question from the participant? I think there is no more questions, sir. Thank you, Senthil, sir, for patiently answering all the questions. Thank you. Now I request our HOD Midas, Professor Justin, to deliver the vote of thanks. Thank you. Over to Justin, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, thank you, Senthil, sir. As we all expected, it was a crash presentation, as you always do that. And
Exactly.
it was so nicely packed with information. I think lots of new information has been brought into. I hope the junior students would not have much got into the track because it is away from their subject, maybe. But we could witness that one of the research person is again questioning your thing, which was definitely useful for it seems like. So that was a nice thing that we observed. I hope lots of new information you have brought into. I think it would have definitely made our final year students who is working on the urban design and the fourth year students who are trying to study this urban design in a better way. Maybe this will add on information to them and to look at the urban design in a new perspective, maybe, because we cannot still go on to the old trends and talk about the urban design for the next few years also. So it is already changing, and I think we have already witnessed, and you have even quoted the examples also. I hope it was a eye-opening session for everybody on towards this urban design programs. And thanks, thanks, sir. It was very short and crisp. I think that was the best part of it. Everybody liked it because you are just on to the point, to the core. So it was a nice presentation in that way. Because I hope because we all know that there is lots of things has to be discussed with urban design, but squeezing it to a small webinar is definitely a challenge. I think you have made the challenge very nicely in a very opportunistic way. So thank you, sir. I think it was helpful for everybody. Thank you, sir. On behalf of Midas, I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Senthil, sir, there is a question from participant. Would you like to take it, sir?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Ms. Chandika, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Ms. Chandika? Ms. Chandika?
Maybe by mistake, madam.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Senthil, sir, and thank you all for the participation. I request the participant to kindly fill the feedback form, which I have sent you in your mail, for which we'll be sending you e-certificate. And as a continuation of